ESC ever. SKT up a game. And this is LCK on OGN. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Oh, and whoa, SKT.
Flash party.
Going ham there. Yeah. Alright. Well, they get the flash out of Bless. In exchange for the flash from Wolf. So at the end of the day, whatever.
I agree.
It's my official analysis. Whatever.
No, I agree with your analysis, Doa.
Yeah, it's good.
Probably not going to be necessary in the first 5 minutes of this game. Tried to make the play. Blanca did use his smite on a spiderling, it looks like.
That happens sometimes. Gotta get that CS, man. That's called a gold lead.
So,
standard
lanes this time.
All right.
So I'm glad we actually have standard lanes because I am still super curious about this, what Duke and Sunday are seeing about this Echo into GP matchup right now. Now, it may change. I don't think Duke is going to be going for the Trinity Force build that fell off pretty hard in the late game. Trinity Force Deadman's Plate. Mercurial Scimitar because he had to have a QSS versus the Malphar. Bang just toying right now, trying to zone out his late opponents. Jin should have an upper hand. Baker going up in mid lane yet again and using that dreaded volley.
Same matchup as we saw in game number 1. You know, for the most part, managed to keep up with Faker in the 1v1.
Yeah, did well early as we can expect in pretty much any Karma matchup.
Yep.
And now we wait because standard lanes are more exciting, so I'm told.
Wow.
They're exactly the same level.
They're not more exciting.
They're the exact same level of excitement.
All right. We'll let Reddit be the judge.
No, 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 that is a terrible idea, Doa.
Too late. It's happened.
That's how the world ends.
Reddit becomes the judge of everything?
Yeah, Reddit democracy. World War III incoming.
Or Redditocracy.
Truly the darkest form of government.
I know. Jeez, that is frightening to think about. Upvote or downvote laws you think about?
Just troll people on the internet for no reason.
Yeah, well, I mean, that happens anyway.
Introduce laws just for the lulls.
I feel like that already happens sometimes.
Yes, sadly there are congressional trolls as well.
And nobody there to downvote them either. Oh well. Whatever you say, Karma. 'Cause I don't know what it is.
You just have to yell all the time when you're doing things. I know you do it in your day-to-day life.
Yeah, sure, I'm just like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then I'm like, ah!
And now I'm spreading the peanut butter!
Here comes the jelly!
It's going into my mouth!
That's why my neighbors are always complaining. I didn't figure that out until right now.
That's what being a League of Legends character is like.
Yep. Just yell all the time. I have mail!
It's not fun to live next to Karma.
Nope.
The worst one to live next to, though, is Super Galaxy Rumble.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, here comes Duke. Crazy. Ooh, all right. And he manages to eat some fruit to stay alive.
Yeah, Duke already had the recall, though. A couple items up. Going this time with the Corrupting Potion, Dark Seal, Doran's Ring, the really strong laning start for Echo. Crazy going to be returning, however, with a completed sheet. So we will see more about what this main matchup is like now that we're a little bit more even on items.
Bless is in position for gank. Duke, if he moves much farther up. And that may be the ticket right there, but here comes Blank.
Not 6.
Yep. Bless, Duke trying to get away. Parallel convergence, zoning pretty well. Duke not having to, well, having to use that flash. Never mind.
I'm not actually sure if he had to use that flash. It was a nice repel from Bless to dodge the stun.
I didn't think he was going to end up having to. Blank finds Bless. Gets to do a lot of damage, forces a flash, but Cocoon will stop him. Faker coming up right now. There's Temp, and Blank going deep on this one. Faker looking to pick up the kill. He's going to flash for it, and he will get it. First blood for the second game in a row, going to Faker's Talia.
Yeah, just catching up with the 2 movement summoners. Now they're going on a key, and Loken dancing grenade. Hits the back, but not enough to pick up a kill, so SK Telecom knows that the jungler dead. Now's their chance to advance onto the ESC duo lane.
Yeah. Time for dive. Blank coming in behind Crazy, going to push him back right into Duke, and this should be an easy kill. Turrets doing a lot of damage to Blank. Minions trying to finish him off, but they won't be successful. Good luck, Minions.
Wow, Blank with 2 ganks early.
I know, right? What is this?
Unusual. And on a Hecarim, no less. A champion not known for his early ganking prowess, but manages to respond well to Bless's presence in the top side, cut him off, and call Faker in to make the play.
Faker playing pretty dangerously here against Temp with no summoners. But he is Faker, so you'd assume he knows his limits on that champion.
Talia also yelling a bunch of garbage.
I got rocks. Rocks in your face. Whoa! Nuked! Whoopsie.
Wrecked.
All right, you know what I said about Faker knowing his limits on this champion? Never mind.
Well, it was close. Blank was quite nearly there to help out, but nice play by Temp. Didn't even have to use his flash for that one. Just dodges under the turret. Blank just about half a second too late.
Yeah.
And Faker gets solo killed.
Oops.
Going for the same build he had last game, which was Lost Chapter into the Megatron Cloak. So just choosing to not complete an initial item and get a little bit more magic resist to deal with the Karma in the early game.
Meanwhile, in bot lane, more farming. And Mountain Drake will be our first Drake of the game.
Now Duke already ahead, perhaps showing me more of what this matchup could be, but I'm still a bit perplexed by the prevalence of Echo, and there are so many other top laners that could have come through.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, we said earlier that it started working well once Someday got a gank from Score, and now, you know, Blank giving Duke that kill, so you know, maybe that is just kind of how it is. You just need the jungler to gank successfully for you.
Yeah, but that's a tall order because GP did very well in the 1v1 matchup in the last game, as GP does against most of the melee tank top laners. Just not really a way to trade efficiently with him.
It doesn't seem like something you want to count on.
Right. Now, what does Echo bring to this composition? Does bring more zoning, especially for the Jhin, can keep people away with the parallel convergence. I just think that the Nard-Talia synergy is so strong between their ultimates that you have a really good matchup like you had last time. Why play the Echo this game? I'd love to know Homa's thoughts on the change when they had a chance to counterpick the GP in both games.
Temp's doing a good job in this one. Ahead in CS, managed to get the solo kill. And he's going in again with that shield. Wow, Temp gaining quite a bit of confidence here after that kill.
Yeah, the early game should be his. Again, he's up on Faker. Like I said, has the kill. So does Faker, though. Faker got the first blood, but
sure.
CS differential, he is getting zoned out quite heavily. Duke is going to come in for a roam, though.
Temp does have his flash. GP ultimate used onto Faker. They're going to get the kill as Key comes up as well. And that gank not going to come in for SK Telecom, so nice pick onto Faker in the mid lane.
Yeah, just more proactive play from ESC ever in the gank.
Oh boy,
They were there first. They had pushed out the bottom lane. Loken and Key just showing up with the Abyssal Voyage. And Faker, he tried to bait Tempt in. Unfortunately, Faker did not realize that there was going to be backup. So he was burned down before Echo could wrap around the side.
chương thất truyền đó.
Thì đây là khoảng thời gian rất khó khăn cho tập thể SKT, đặc biệt là ý rằng ở khu vực đường trên đã có người gánh rồi. Đúng. Trong những buổi stream thì Faker đã, tôi nhớ là có lần thua Đúc ở kèo solo và đã phải kêu anh chàng này bằng God. Thì rõ ràng nếu mà xét về kỹ năng thì chúng ta thấy rằng Đúc không thua Faker bao nhiêu cả, và đây cũng là một nhân tố có thể gánh đội ở giai đoạn sau.
Nhưng Echo thì khả năng gánh thực ra là bây giờ, ngày xưa thì cũng có thể, nhưng bây giờ là bị hit quá nhiều rồi. Những cái sự ủng hộ của anh ta
And Faker, he tried to bait Tempt in. Unfortunately, Faker did not realize that there was going to be backup. So he was burned down before Echo could wrap around the side.
On the 1v1. So send Blank and Tempt down there. GP ultimate drop. Duke gets out of it pretty quick. And with that teleport in, Tempt able to stay safe. But SK Telecom with a pretty intelligent rotation. That should give them a top lane turret.
Yeah, they got an ultimate from the GP and a teleport out of him while protecting the mid lane. And the reason why they just kept Faker up there was he has the superior wave play right now, as Duke is going to be going for the Trinity Force, just like Someday was. So I guess Korean players in solo queue liking this build up against the GP early, matching Trinity Force with Trinity Force. So what I was going to say is that by leaving Faker up there, they allow him to get the local gold from the destruction of the turret, so that he's not quite so behind in the 1v1 matchup. And instead use Duke, who is already winning and already ahead, to push Tempt out of the mid lane.
It's a good adaptation.
Yeah, turret going to cost them a Mountain Drake again. They will not be able to grab the first Drake of the game. Then we'll go over to ESC.
But they do get first blood. They do get the first turret.
And this is very different than what we typically have seen from SK Telecom, which is no emphasis on first blood, high emphasis on first Drake.
Yeah.
But in the games tonight, first blood twice in a row, and being willing to give up the first Drake.
He's got no way to get out of this. He's just going to die. Goodbye. Wow, he just kind of walked right into that one, didn't he?
Now we're going to see perhaps why this matchup was taken.
I guess.
Was harder for Someday in this matchup, but looks like not too much of a challenge here for Duke. That early gank getting him rolling, and now Crazy with the 3 deaths, the turret down. Duke coming out on top.
Able to do a little bit to that top lane. That's about it.
It's a lot of minions denied, though. And he's going to push the next wave into the turret, too. Crazy 30 level behind. 30 CS.
Quite a bit behind in CS. Faker about that far behind in the bot lane, but the difference is Faker's got the kill, the assist, the turret gold, whereas Crazy just has pretty much died a lot.
Yeah, that's the adaptation, though, is that SKT, you can see how they like to conceptualize the map, how they like to play it, and just realize where their deficiencies are and then use these scenarios to boost themselves up.
Yeah.
And cover for each other's weaknesses. If Duke is strong this game, then go let him do his thing in the mid lane and give Faker a little bit more CS and a little bit more money in the top lane after he for the gank.
Meanwhile, in bot lane,
where nothing is happening.
Okay, put more pressure on, and it's an Infernal Drake next. SK Telecom didn't get either of them last game, and it didn't end up making a difference in the end, but they still would probably prefer to pick it up.
Not gonna want to give another Infernal Drake over. It did cause them pretty big problems when it came to closing, and you saw how insanely strong the GP can get with a couple of those.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane.
Meanwhile, nothing's happening. Jin places traps. Blank comes in. Maybe looking for a gank. No Trinity Force yet.
No, maybe not.
He's got all the pieces. Oh, he is. He's here. He wants to come around.
Blank is, or Bless rather, is coming down in lane as well.
Now he hasn't been seen yet. Faker coming through.
Yeah, Faker with the wall to prevent the escape, and Key not getting through, having to flash to get out. So they did get the summoner at least.
Yeah, really nice preemptive play there. Seeing the wall come in, immediately devouring the Ashe, and preparing the flash to get back to safety. Only having to use one summoner.
That was nice.
And Blank also using his ghost.
You do what you can.
You do, and it's about the pressure too.
Oh, speaking of pressure, Faker trying to escape from this one, get a flash from the GP ultimate. Once again, though, you see that. Oh, here comes Blank, actually. Repel. Bless is going to keep going in on this, but Duke teleporting down. Faker with an easy kill, just blows up Bless. And now, Blank going back in with that Grim ultimate. Key pops that gray health. He's going to eat up Duke. Duke taking some damage, going to ult to stay alive. Actually ends up taking out Key that way.
What a Taric ult right there.
Another kill, yeah. Comes in and bang. Cleans up the fight with that curtain call. SK Telecom with 4 kills in what was originally supposed to be a gank on the Faker.
Wow, that was super impressive by SK Telecom. That time they were ready for the Abyssal Voyage. To Key and Loken's credit, though, they responded nearly instantaneously to that little skirmish in the mid lane. Unfortunately, showing up when they did. Duke was fast on the trigger with the TP also, and Crazy never showed up into that team fight. Let's take a look at this Cannon Barrage drop. Faker uses both Ghost and Flash to get out of it. Blank comes around, knocks Bless back, but look how fast the Abyssal Voyage comes up. They are ready, using that extended range now after the top catch buff. And then Blank coming in, pushes the two in the back. They isolate Key, bounce it into the minefield effectively. But this is the real piece right here, which is Duke getting forward and getting into the Taric ultimate that deny a lot of damage, or able to complete the dive with the help of the curtain call. Yomo's Ghost Blade already finished, so the arm penetration.
Whoa. Oh, Faker.
Goodbye, Faker.
Goodbye. Well, you win some, you lose some. Did do a lot of damage to that bot lane turret, I suppose, but
also didn't have any wards in the river, so not particularly safe for him to be pushed up that far, and he ends up being punished for it, so it gives another kill over. And Faker was trying to zone them off the backside of the turret. Well, that was easy.
Yep, sure was.
Close to getting the turret down, but
I gotta say,
bit too greedy. Faker is the only one who has died on his team so far.
I gotta say, Blank has looked good.
Yes, he has.
On this Hecarim.
But Bless is hardly the pinnacle of jungling in this league.
No.
Bless also is not a very good pressure jungler in the early game. Nice wall.
Yeah, good zoning temp there. Tom Catch coming in, but getting there a little bit late.
Also no Ashe this time.
Yeah, that's right. Bless cocoons Blank in the back lines, and he's going to go into the onslaught of shadows. Gets Faker the double kill. Goodbye, Ashe Arrow. And that's done. And meanwhile, Rift Herald's gone. Another turret taken by SK Telecom. Bless getting jumped on by Duke, and SKT starting to pull ahead pretty far already here in Game 2.
Yeah, the double Trinity Force completion. Big power spike here for SKT. Yeah, Crazy has one of his own, but he's going to need some more armor penetration before those barrels really start to ramp up in potency. And SKT just running away, pushing all 3 lanes simultaneously. That's going to deny a lot of farm to the members of ESC, and probably herald the end of this game, ultimately, with a 7,000 gold lead that SK Telecom have accrued. Now they will put some salt in the wound with an Infernal Drake.
Put some lava in the wound. Ouch. Well, I guess it would cauterize the wound, so
yeah,
maybe
exactly.
That wouldn't be that bad. Never mind. See, I know natural stuff.
I'm glad you know all the natural stuff, Doa.
There you go. If you get a cut, just put lava on it.
And this is why the Doa Caveman Society, I'd give 2 weeks.
Well, as long as we stay away from lava, we should be okay.
Pointy objects, fire, yeah, all those things.
We need those.
I know. This is why you're doomed.
We do good.
You're already destroying the English language. You do well. I guess that'll be your first voyage of destruction.
No, it's my first voyage of evolution. The English language shall be remade in my own image, as casters have been doing since the dawn of time. remaking their language in their own image.
Weird. I just call it misusing words.
Wow. Sorry you feel that way. You're a glass half empty kind of guy, huh?
Hooray for Faker. Gets a Gromp and a blue buff.
Yep.
Seeing a different build from Duke this time. Well, no, we're not. Still Trinity Force at the Dead Man's Plate. Looking for the big damage on the engage into the back line. I got excited there for a moment, but I guess I shouldn't.
Yeah, you should know better. Oh, well. Talia's got a deep voice.
It's the Rock's speaking to her, Doa.
That's right. Hey, stop riding on me.
Maybe the Rocks like it.
We're all soldiers now.
It's a good impression.
Thank you. We're about the same age. Soldier 76.
Really? How old is he?
He's in early 30s. You can tell.
Yeah, he really looks like he's in his early 30s.
Hey, some people have white hair in their early 30s. Not me.
I guess they're following the Star Trek movie idea of who should be in command then, because if he's already been in command and...
yeah. Oh, it's a curtain call time. And trying to zone him out. Here comes Duke from the side. Onslaught of shadows. Key very low. Goodbye, Key. Faker with yet another kill. That's going to be a mid lane turret. Probably taken pretty easily by SK Telecom. GPL, that didn't really do a whole lot, did it?
Still getting trapped up a little bit here. Nobody going to get hit by the barrels, though. Bang will sidestep it.
Let's go through the jungle later. You can wait for the minion wave otherwise.
Use that Bastion to buy yourself a little bit of time.
Bastion.
No jungle exit needed.
Nope.
But as I was saying, they must follow the same rule of command structure. You know what makes me the most angry about the new Star Trek movies?
What's that?
So it's not that, as independent movies, as action movies, I actually think they're okay.
Yeah.
But
sure, first one anyway.
Who the hell would put like some 20-something-year-old guy? I say this as a 20-something-year-old guy. Who would put a 20-something-year-old guy in command of a Navy's flagship to do whatever the hell he wants with? It's so contradictory to Star Trek, which has traditionally been about choosing wise, well-educated, temperate leaders, right? Kirk a little bit on the outside, he was a little bit more roguish, but he was also older.
Well, I mean,
like, can you imagine tomorrow the U.S. is like, yeah, we're going to put this 26-year-old in charge of this aircraft carrier. Nobody thinks that's a good idea.
I think of much worse things that may actually happen.
That's true.
Yeah, right now. I don't know if that's the best analogy to use at this year. But
truly an example of how age does not necessarily breed wisdom.
Keep in mind, though, that in the new movie, Kirk became in charge of the Enterprise after the captain was captured, right? And then at the end, it was kind of silly where they were like, oh, you saved the day. He's like, so can I keep the ship? And they're like, okay. Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why not? You seem to do pretty okay with it.
And you know what? We're just going to send you out into these situations where you're not even going to be able to really communicate with us, so you're just going to have to fly by the seat of your pants and do whatever the hell you think is right.
We trust you. You seem like a
Is that ridiculous?
young man.
Isn't that ridiculous?
It is. It is.
I would hope that as a globalized society in the future, that we would be able to choose better military leaders. Just saying.
Sure. Well, again, not the best year maybe for making that analogy.
You're sadly right.
But hopefully I will be wrong.
Well, looks like I dislike to do Star Trek movies in reality for the same reasons, Noah.
There you go. Here comes Faker. It's going after Bless.
Unfortunately,
bring him back in. Yep, but there is a curtain call coming in. Key needs some jungler for the moment. Blank on top of him. And goodbye, Key. Goodbye, Bless. Goodbye. Yes, he averaged a chance of winning the game.
I think that went by a while ago, Noah.
Yeah, I just had forgotten to say goodbye to it. You know how it goes.
Well, actually going to be Sokka with the Warden's Mail coming in. It will be a Randuin's Omens. We're not going to see the Chain Vest to the Dead Man's Plate this game, so a bit of an adaptation there from Duke.
Yeah. And there's a Baron for SKT. Easy peasy.
Gotta make sure the cannon barrage doesn't steal it from you.
Yep, probably a good idea.
Methodical. Waiting until it got perfectly into the smite range. Blank takes it out. And now, will this be the final offensive for SKT? Their titanic gold lead. They have yet to lose a tower in this game. This is one of the reasons why I'm concerned about the new meta being heavily in favor of SKT. Doa.
Because they're already crushing people like this?
Yeah, they're crushing people pretty hard in standard
Clearly,
lanes.
Riot just wants SK Telecom to win Worlds. I mean, if there's anything they've been in favor of strongly over the years, it's Korean teams winning international events. They love that.
Yeah, they throw a party every time it happens.
They love that stuff. Yes. Clearly.
Nothing like an unspoiled string of Korean victories to make me happy, though.
Yeah, it's like, uh-oh, SKT's having some trouble. Better make Vi viable again. It's like, uh-oh, SKT's having trouble. Better patch it so they can dominate even more. Thank you. On behalf of SK Telecom, who I apparently speak for. Thank you. Here comes Duke. And he's just going to blow up Loken immediately. Goodbye, Temp getting very, very low. And wow.
Great
dive. This is about as one-sided as it could get. Triple kill for Faker on that Talia.
Awesome dive there from SKT. Opening up with a curtain call and then boxing them in like fish in a barrel. No method of escape. And SKT just showing incredible team fight dominance.
I thought there was going to be a surrender for a second there, the way the camera
was
was
slow
moving.
pan. Well, it may not be a surrender, but it may also still be the end of the game, though.
Yeah, pretty much. So 28 minutes, and SK Telecom going to take this one handily. As Crazy is the only one left alive on his team, he will watch the Nexus fall, and that is it. SK Telecom with the 2-0 victory.